Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be a year, new month reading for you. The intention here is for January 2026 to give you a highlight, an overview, an upcoming idea of what to expect, what could unfold. It's a little sneak peek into your month. Remember that tarot never dictates your future actions, you do. So I would just use this as information gathering. It's almost like sitting down with a friend over a cup of coffee and talking about what the upcoming month could possibly be like. And then you've got some information, you've got some insight, you've got some heads up. But you're always in charge of your life and your decisions. Don't ever let a tarot reading or a tarot reader dictate for you what your future holds. I'm using the Arcanum tarot cards, and I'm going to follow up if we need to. I probably will just use a 3-card clarification from the Wise Spell Tarot. And then I have the Mystic Manifesting Oracle cards out in case, or so that I can use a finishing Oracle card for your reading. I will be doing the basic general Celtic cross spread just to give us a really nice overview reading for this overview of January 2026. We are leaving the Chinese zodiac, Chinese astrology, the year of the snake. We're leaving that in 2025. And as we start 2026, we're entering into the year of the horse. I would strongly encourage, if you didn't know anything about Year of the Snake, use that as a reflection tool to go back and see what 2025 was like for you. I know personally, absolutely fits to a T, and I'm very excited that the snake has shed its skin. As we go into January, we're heading into the year of the horse. That's exciting to me personally. So, Cancer, let's tune into you and your energy and dial in. I'm going to lay all the cards out in their positions, and then we're going to come back and talk about them. So let me do one more feeling out shuffle here. I'm looking for the first card to be what's exiting or your recent past. For the sign of Cancer, the Ace of Pentacles. Your current position, 5 of Cups. What's challenging that 5 of Cups for Cancer? What's creating a bit of maybe a conflict, a challenge? For 5 of Cups is not the most positive energy. It's actually a little on the sad side. So what is coming in to either change that or create some sort of a challenge energy? Queen of Wands. Okay. Yeah. What's on your mind? What are you thinking about? Could be very, very present on your mind a lot. It's at the top of your mind. That is too many. One more shuffle through here. For Cancer, we've got 9 of Wands on your mind. What about down in the recesses of your soul? You might not be aware of this one. It's an energy that's present, but it almost sometimes feels to me like it hides until we shine the light and make it come out into the open. What is that energy for Cancer? Oh, okay. 2 of Cups. Your energy there, Cancer energy. Watery, emotional, very loving. Moving into the future, what is something Cancer can look forward to? What energy is heading your way as January unfolds? More water energy, 9 of Cups. What about energy that's externally influencing you? It affects you. It's outside of you. It's something, person, place, or thing that has an influence in your life. for Cancer, the Eight of Pentacles. What about influencing on the inside? What is your energy? What is the internal energy of whoever this reading applies, whatever Cancer this applies for? The Sun. Okay, so that's cool. What about your hopes and your fears? For Cancer, hopes and fears. Something that you hope for, something that you also kind of are afraid of, or it's something that you might not want to happen, but Six of Wands. That is interesting. That makes a lot of sense though. Okay, so final outcome for Cancer. That one was absolutely wanting to jump, and this is the Queen of Pentacles. So for Cancer, your final outcome, Queen of Pentacles. We have two queens on the board. We have the Sun energy, major arcana, the only major arcana, which if you're going to get a major arcana to pop out for your reading, you would want it to be the Sun, the most positive card in the entire tarot deck. All 78 cards, the Sun is the happiest, most joyful card of all. So we have two queens, we've got the Sun, we've got some water energy, some fire energy, and pentacles. We have a very good blend. What we are missing is swords. Swords are the mental energy, the thoughts, the thinking, the planning, the strategy, how we're going to implement something. So right now what we're seeing is a blend of passion, drive, emotions, and some very grounded, secure, solid, like the earth energy, pentacles. So we've got the earth, we've got the heart, and we've got the passion. We're missing sword energy, just as a heads up. So notice as you go through January, and it could be a good thing. We need our thoughts. Swords are communication. Swords are how we communicate with the world and express how we are feeling and express our passions. So there is a missing element of air, which is communicating our creativity and our intuition out to the world. So keep that in mind as you go through January, and just take a note and notice if you're feeling like you are more in your body, in your soul, in your heart than you are in your mind. Not in that thinking category so much, and then communicating those thoughts out to the world. So let's start back from the beginning. We've got what we're exiting, what we're leaving behind as we head into January. We're leaving behind an opportunity. We're leaving behind the fresh start of a new opportunity. So what this says to me, you can determine if this is for you or not, but this is implying to me that the fresh opportunity happened prior to January. So maybe in the later months of 2025, as we exited the year, you were given this fresh new opportunity. The thing about the Ace of Pentacles, it's a one, it's an ace, it's a beginning, it's a fresh start in your physical reality. This always implies to me like a new job offer. You've been granted an offer to a new position. You've been promoted. Something new has unfolded for you. And this happened at the end of 2025. And that's what's on its way out, is the newness of the opportunity, if that makes sense. As you're starting in 2026, the newness is wearing off, and you're probably settling in to this new opportunity. As you start where you're at in January, where you're currently sitting, it's in a state, like I said, this isn't the most positive energy. Five of Cups is emotional, and it tends to be thinking about what we've lost more than what we've gained. It's thinking about the river of tears, what cups have spilled over versus what cups are still full. This person, man or woman, seated in this very dark energy, this very somber, sad, remorseful, regretful state of mind, because they are just feeling their feelings and they're noticing what they've lost and not really taking account for what they still have. So it's almost that energy. I don't know if you've ever yourself or you've been with somebody where you just want to tell them, and I'm not saying to do this to yourself or to anyone else, but I have sometimes had the sensation of I just want to tell someone, do you not see how good your life is? Do you not see how good things really are? This is not as bad as it seems. Whatever it is that you're crying, it's like crying over spilt milk. And whatever it is that you're crying about, okay, take the time that you need to feel your feelings. But I would just highly encourage you to look up and look around and take credit and take a good gratitude list as you look about everything you do have. I'm not saying to discount your feelings. That is absolutely not what I'm trying to do. But the Five of Cups just seems to be a little sad and depressed. And that's an energy you could get stuck in easily if you're not careful. So if you need to see someone like a professional, if you need to seek out the counsel of like a clergy member from the church, somebody that can help you to see things in a brighter light. That's what I'm really excited that we've got the sun energy over here for you, because you start off January, or what it seems like January starts off with, a little bit of sadness and regret for what has been lost. What's challenging that? Meaning, what is coming in and giving you a different perspective? We have Queen of Wands. So we've got this watery water element, the cups, and now we've got the fire, the passion, the Queen of Wands. This queen is a no-nonsense, charismatic, good-looking, influential firecracker. Usually extremely beautiful, take charge, a leader, represents the sign of Aries. That is the beginning of the zodiac signs. They are generally leaders in their field. They shine like a diamond. Like I said, they're usually beautiful. They take everyone's breath away. They walk in the room and everybody notices them because they're just so passionate. This red outfit that they have on, this is just the feminine energy of the fire element. So it doesn't mean that whoever this reading is for, whatever Cancer is watching this, it doesn't mean that you have to be a female for this to apply. It's the feminine energy of that. It's the more internal, passionate energy that comes from the Queen of Wands. This black cat, always usually pictured by the Queen's feet, that magical, entrancing energy, like can put you under her spell. I'm not saying anything negative, magical wise. I'm just the energy of this queen can get what they want. They can have people serving them. They can, and again, just the energy of the card, very influential, very much like you want to help her. You want to serve her. You want to take care of what can I get you? What do you need? What would make you more comfortable? I don't know. It's very movie star energy. It's regal. It's flowing. It's just demanding respect. The Queen of Wands, like I said, doesn't mess around, gets what they want. It's conflicting or creating a challenge for you being in this sad, depressed state, obviously, because if you can't be both things at once. So if you start January off feeling a little sad and regretful and remorseful for what things have been lost, here comes Queen of Wands energy to almost pick your chin up and say, look at what you do have. Look at your kingdom. Look at everything around you. Look at the way people respect you. Okay, Cancer, take note of how much dignity and how much respect that you've gained, and that you start, possibly because of this new opportunity, here you are in your full confidence, just shining like a diamond. And I love that for you, because that Five of Cups is rough, not gonna lie. On your mind is the Nine of Wands. And what this says is, you've been through some shit. You've been through some battles. You've been hit, hurt, knocked down, dragged out, pulled through the weeds, but you're not done. You're not this that wasn't your last fight. If you had been in a recent fight, if you had been through a recent battle, that wasn't your last stand. You are still here. You are still ready to go. So what's on your mind is the energy, more fire energy here, passions, opportunities, your job, very much could be about your job, is I've been through it, but I'm not done. And I'm still standing, and I'm still going to make sure that everybody knows I'm in my Queen of Wands energy. I'm strong. I'm the wounded warrior. I've been hurt, but I am not done. So don't count me out. In the bottom of the reading, the Two of Cups, like I said, sometimes this is energy that we don't really notice until we shine the light on it. You're in love. You feel love. You have a very strong partnership, whether this is your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, any kind of partner energy. This can also apply to like a work relationship where you have such a strong bond with another that it's almost like the two of you read each other's minds, think each other's thoughts. You know what to expect from them because you're so tight. You're so close. It's almost that energy of two hearts becoming one. So if this is on the bottom of your mind, down in the recesses of your reading, because either A, what it's telling me is you've not been giving your love relationship the time and energy that it deserves, or maybe it's not been revealed to you yet. You don't know that this is how somebody feels about you, or you're not giving your feelings enough attention. If you're burying them down in the recesses of your soul, you might need to, I don't know, like I said when I started the reading off and kind of shared what elements were present on the table, we're definitely missing swords. We're missing communicating. We're missing communication about how we feel about things. Like I said, it's almost like, you walk in the room like you own it, and then you're just all about your job and your passions and your opportunities and your energies, but your feelings are getting a little bit maybe shut down or shut in the corner or shut out. There's a conflict between the heart and the soul, the spirit of you versus the heart of you, if that makes any sense at all. As you move into the future, what you can expect energy-wise is Nine of Cups. Now this energy, emotionally speaking, is va-va-voom. I mean, this is, I have my cake and I'm going to eat it all. And I'm going to eat it too. I am going to enjoy every single thing because my heart is one cup shy of fulfillment. The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, wishes fulfilled. It's like you had, every cup had a wish in it. And as you turn to look around, remember how January started? Look at the difference. As you're progressing through January, here's you. Here's how you started. It's the exact opposite energy of poor, poor, pitiful me. And, Linda Ronstadt's song, Poor, Poor, Pitiful Me. Then now it's like, I have everything I could possibly want. I'm missing one full cup, but that's okay. I'm good. If this is all I ever had, I would feel so emotionally contented and fulfilled. Wishes fulfilled at the progression through January. The external energy, it affects you, but it's not you. It absolutely 100% is your work. Your job itself, your place of employment, it's your boss, It is the actual work that you do, the content of the work that you do demands that you be an expert, demands your absolute 100% effort. Eight of Pentacles is work, horse, energy. This is energy outside of you. It affects you. So it is your job. So as you're walking in like this beautiful, badass Queen of Wands, you sit down and you become this Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles expects nothing less but the best from you. So it really doesn't care how good looking you are. It really doesn't care how inspired and passionate and driven you are. It cares about the product that you're putting out. And they want only excellence. Only excellent product can come out. They're not going to stand for anything less than or half-ass or whatever. So how we started or what was exiting as we started the reading was the Ace of Pentacles, that new opportunity. What I'm going to just kind of decipher from this reading is that you started a new job or were granted a new position as the year 2025 was ending. And as you're moving through January, you've begun to realize that this was no joke. If this was a promotion, it's hard. If this was a new job, it's proven to require every ounce of your energy, every ounce. It needs you to be an expert. This is subject matter expert energy. Your job requires that of you. So this is the energy outside of you. What about internal energy? How you feel? I've already alluded to the fact that the sun was here. This is your internal energy. Very, very much what the Queen of Wands has inside. The sun energy, filled with light, filled with positivity, filled with love, filled with glory. It is everything outside that's in the light that we can see. There's no secrets. There's no tensions. There's no frustrations. We're looking at things very glass half full. We're looking at things in the most positive, beautiful, light-filled, loving aspects. We're trying to make sure that we're very, like I said earlier too, absolutely. Look at this. 5 of Cups was how you started. 9 of Cups was how you midway entered January. And then boom, here you are. I really feel like this is how January concludes with you in your glory. I mean, I think you are absolutely Queen of Wandsing yourself around and everybody is noticing. Man, Cancer is just glowing. Cancer is just, they are doing awesome at their job. They are just filled with love, light, positivity. That's so great. Cancer, good job. I want to give you a round of applause. Your hopes and your fears. This is interesting. 6 of Wands. This is victory. This is success. This is shining. This is awards. This is medals of honor. This is you being paraded through the streets and everybody clapping and cheering your name. This is your hope and your fear. Isn't that interesting? Because you're hoping that you're victorious, that you're successful, that you win the award, that you're crowned, that everybody's clapping for you. But there's a piece of you that, do you have doubt? Are you afraid of success? What would that require of you if you were to be this champion? You remember the song, "We Are the Champions," my friend, from Queen? Are you afraid of that? I mean, I think this is a very valid hope and fear. I think if we looked at most of the population and we said, if I made you a movie star today, maybe that's what you've always wanted to be, as a movie star, but if I made you a movie star today, how would you feel about that? Maybe a little intimidated, maybe a little afraid, maybe a wondering of if I could really do it, or if would I fall on my face, or so I'm just pulling this in as I think it's a valid fear if it is a fear of yours. If it's not a fear of yours, this is not your reading, this is not your part of the reading, please just feel free to scroll through. This is a valid hope and fear. There's one of my favorite quotes, a Marianne Williamson, talking about we aren't afraid of, let me get this right. It's not failure that we're afraid of. It's succeeding, because what will that require of us? That is not the exact quote, but that's the essential of the meaning, is if we're put on the white horse, if we're paraded through the town, are we ready for that? So 6 of Wands here in the hopes and fears. Think about that. And that would be something to really journal about as far as what to, as January in 2026 unfolds, how are you feeling about being successful? Your final outcome card is the Queen of Pentacles. I think there is something very significant about you started exiting 2025 with a new opportunity. Your external influence happens to be the 8 of Pentacles, that mastery energy. And here you are, like a badass, showing up at the end of the January reading as the Queen of Pentacles. Notice the difference between the two queens. One has a bunny, one has a cat. One is holding her staff, her magic wand, her inspiration, her drive, her passion. The other is holding her coin, her physical reality. The coin, the pentacle, has everything to do with your physical world, your home, your job, your money, your wealth, your time, your effort. What all of that represents as we conclude January for you, Cancer, is you are an investor, you are an accumulator, you're a caretaker, because it's the queen, so it's that inner energy of the feminine aspects of caretaking, nurturing, loving. Have you eaten today? Please come over for dinner, because I have a full 5-course spread. I've got your favorite wine. I have everything that you need for your lunch tomorrow. If you want to come stay with me this weekend, I can put you up in my extra suite. I have enough room for the whole family to come and stay with me. I have enough to give, and I'm happy to do so. This is Mother, Queen of Pentacles, lovely, an independent entrepreneur, homeowner, maybe several homes owned, money in the bank, money to give, plethora, abundance, success. Queen of Pentacles, your final outcome. Beautiful. I'm going to grab that Weissbell Tarot for you, Cancer, and I'd like to give 3 additional cards from this separate deck, just to see if we pull in any of the same energy or if we pull out anything new or different for you. So, Cancer, wow, this was quite a reading. I really would be interested to know if you notice the communication element, air, if you notice that missing from January and how that affects you. How has that affected you as you move through January? Very interesting. 3 cards for Cancer to finish up the reading before we do an oracle card. So we have the Hermit, 6 of Swords, the Devil. So we've got that earth energy. We've finally got some swords. In the most interesting swords, the 6 of Swords, moving away from things that no longer serve you mentally, wanting to sail away to calmer waters in your mind. So I really get this feeling that in the month of January, you just don't have time for anything less than success, victory, positivity. You're just not going to entertain thoughts that, or gossip, or people talking, crap. You just don't have time for it. 6 of Swords. You've got success to achieve. The Devil energy is to give you a warning, about your toxicities, about your addictions, about your ability to become tied to your work, to your drink, to any kind of hobbies or outside interests that would pull at you and pull you down and keep you from succeeding and rising to the top. So the devil is here just as a warning, in my opinion, to keep you grounded and make sure that you stay awake and alert and aware of what could be pulling at you to drag you down. There is a great need to bring yourself to your light, to find your truth, to seek your own counsel, your own guidance for truth. The Hermit is major arcana for the sign of Virgo. The Devil is major arcana for the sign of Capricorn. If either of those signs have any relevance to you, but they're both earth energy, lots of earth present here, that physical reality. And here you are. I just need to make sure that it's almost like tempering. I have to taper and tamper down things that don't add to my success. If it's not here to bring out the best in me, it needs to go. And I will always be the one to dictate and determine that. Let me finish for you with one final card in the way of an oracle. Mystic Manifesting Oracle cards. These are the Mystic Manifesting Oracle cards. Cancer, I would really appreciate a like, a follow, a share. If you have a comment to leave, please feel free to interact with my channel. I really appreciate it. Again, Spicy Sunflower Tarot. I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube. Thank you for being here. What can we share with Cancer as their final energy? Heavenly embrace. You will never lose your way, for all paths will lead you back home. The affirmation for you, Cancer, for the month of January is, my angels guide me. You are in a heavenly embrace, and my angels guide me. Thank you, Cancer. I do wish you a very happy, prosperous, abundant beginning to the new year and for the new year itself. Be blessed and be well. Namaste.